продолжаете этот день вместе с нами. Сегодня у нас четвертый день нашего обучающего проекта по странам Юго-Восточной Азии. Сейчас на экране перед вами еще раз напоминание о наших следующих презентациях, да, с какими странами вы дальше будете знакомиться. Завтра обязательно подключайтесь к Филиппинам, к такому очень интересному экзотическому направлению, которое достаточно сложно продавать, поэтому мы подключили нашего партнера, представители принимающей компании Юниориент, Наталью. Пожалуйста, подключайтесь, это будет максимально интересно, я вам обещаю, вообще положа руку на сердце. А сейчас, как мы уже вас предупредили, будет презентация от управляющего директора замечательного отеля. И вот сегодня вы окунетесь именно в такой мир люкса, мир VIP. Я еще раз хочу вам напомнить о том, что мы умеем работать с VIP-клиентами, и, конечно же, здесь речь идет и про проживание более высокого уровня, про дополнительные услуги, такие как фаст-трек на вылет, на прилет и на вылет, любые комплименты, которые только возможны, конечно же, высокий класс авто, высокий класс различных круизов именно по островам соседним, да, и сегодня вы тоже познакомитесь с таким вариантом именно VIP-круиза по островам Индонезии. И запишите себе этот отель, который сегодня вам представит Эдриан Портье, потому что это действительно люкс очень высокого уровня, это альтернатива Убуду, поверьте, и расположена этот отель достаточно близко, то есть можно предлагать очень приятную комбинацию с пляжным отдыхом. Презентация сама будет на русском языке, поэтому я думаю, что вам будет достаточно все понятно, и она уже у нас загружена также на платформу обучающего проекта. Передаю слово Эдриану. Эдриан, hello.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, okay, it's your time.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. So yeah, today we have two products to introduce to you. One being Nirjhara, the other one being Vela. The connection between the two products is my business partner and myself. We own and operate both products, but then they're very different as well. But they're both in Indonesia. So I'll first start with Nirjhara, which is our hotel in Bali that we launched in January 2020. Unfortunately, it was not the best timing. So we really opened to the world in May 2022 when Indonesia opened its borders. So Nirjhara means waterfall in Sanskrit. The reason being that we have a pretty big waterfall on site. This is the actual waterfall we have. It's a natural feature. We did not. It was not man-made. And so we, to give you an idea, so this is the area called Canggu. For the ones who are familiar with Bali, this is really the booming part of Bali. That's where you have all the nice restaurants, the nice beach clubs, shops, and everything. And we're around 20 minutes away from it, meaning that we're in a still very secluded area, very green. What we're trying to sell is a very authentic version of Bali. But we also have this opportunity for the guests to experience also a more active, bustling part of Bali. Also, we are 1 kilometer away from the beach. Of course, this coast is a coast of black sand beach, so not the best beach if people just want a beach holiday, but it's a very good beach if they want to learn how to surf, or if they're surfers already, they can have a good time. We like to talk about this area as Ubud by the sea. So I'll show you a picture of the hotel from the sky. And so you'll see the surroundings of the hotel are extremely green. So like Ubud, you have the rice fields, you have the waterfall, you have the jungle, but you hop on a bicycle and 5 minutes later, you're on the beach. While for the guests that would decide to go to Ubud, for example, they're 2 hours away at least from the beach, so it's not really an option. So the way we want to showcase this is it looks like Ubud, but they have this little extra. So if they want to surf, they can. If they want to send the kids to play in the sand a little bit, they still have that. It's more of an alternative to Ubud and not really an alternative to a holiday in, say, Jimbaran or Nusa Dua. So at the moment, we have 25 villas. We are building uh, 16 more on another piece of land, but so it's a very human-sized hotel. The idea is our team knows all the guests by name. They really cater to their needs. Our GM, Alejandro, is underground every day. He meets them, he greets them. He will make sure that they have the best experience, and that's really what we're trying to achieve. So that's why we're small, so that the team can really take care of the guests properly. This is our entry category. The canopy suite, it's kind of our version of a tree house. Kind of kids used to build tree house. That's our version of it. The first floor is a bedroom and bathroom, all enclosed with AC, so it's comfortable. That's one thing we decided with the hotel in general is we wanted to have the jungle around very lush, but we also want the guests to feel comfortable when they're inside their room. We don't want them to feel like there might be insects, there might be things. We want them to be happy in their rooms. Then we have the river pavilion. That's more of a one bedroom. That's, I'd say, a more typical villa for Bali. We have this one without private pool. We also have the same with private pool, and the same again with bigger private pools. I see your questions. Yes, we do have special packages for honeymooners, but not in Ubud, just at the resort. But we do have a honeymooner package. And then we have some two-bedroom villas. They're great for children or families, group of friends. So we have different versions, and this one is also open on the jungle. The other one was enclosed. And then we have the residence, which is our biggest villa on site. It's also a two-bedroom, but this one is just much bigger with a pretty large private pool. And in my opinion, but I might be a bit biased, but this, for me, is kind of one of the best deals in Bali. I think the room rate right now is around $1,000 per night. But for this price, you'll get an entry category villa at say the St. Regis or a hotel like that, but you won't get as much space, as much privacy as this villa will offer. So it's a good alternative. There's more of the rooms. In terms of dining, we have one restaurant at the moment. We're adding another one in phase 2 of the hotel. But to be honest, between all the restaurants that are in Canggu and the many restaurants that are in our close surroundings, we think the guests have a good mix of options to explore the area or stay at the hotel or enjoy some in-villa dining as well. We only do bed and breakfast in terms of rate, but just because we think Bali has so much diversity when it comes to food that it's interesting for the guests to try new things and explore. Then wellness. So of course, people love going to Bali for its wellness side. We do offer complimentary yoga classes every single day. We also do meditation, and we can also accommodate special yoga groups if they want to organize a retreat. It's something we do. We organize a few every year. We also have a large spa and a large gym for the guests to enjoy. And this is the yoga pavilion right by the waterfall. So as you can see, the waterfall is really at the heart of the property, and the yoga has a pretty amazing view on nature. We also have other facilities, so a library. We also have a cinema, very popular with guests. Great way for the parents to have their children enjoy some time, and they can also go to the spa at the same time. And we have a small boutique only showcasing Indonesian brands or Balinese designers, just to push our guests to discover Indonesia a bit more, because we think there is a lot to discover. And then we have a fleet of bicycles that the guests can either take on their own, or they can just venture with someone from the team to go see the surroundings. We have the Tanala Temple very close to us, so that's a great experience. But they can also just explore the rice fields around us, the small villages, see Bali the way it used to be 20, 30 years ago, where people still work the land, still raise their crop of rice or go to the temple. So that's a very special experience. And then lastly, we have some experiences that our GM design. These experiences have been designed in a way that it's exactly what he does with his friends when they come to Indonesia. So that's what we're trying to showcase as well. It's Bali that's a bit more secret. So we won't send the guests to the Ubud monkey forest, but we'll send them to a secret monkey forest where the monkeys are still like more wild, but in a nice way. They're not used to tourists. So you see them in the trees, very old trees. So these are the type of experiences we try to push to our guests. And then, of course, we can organize surf lessons on the beach. We have the sunset every day, and we can organize weddings. We only do buyouts for the comfort of the guests. And yeah, sustainability, well, I won't talk too much about it, but we try to be as sustainable as we could without being an eco-looking hotel, because we think people are not willing to sacrifice comfort for sustainability, so we do it more in the background. And that's it for Nirjhara. And then we have Vela. So Vela we launched in August 2022. It's our private sailing yacht. The way we designed the boat is because we used to charter boats for ourselves in Indonesia, and we were not happy with the quality of the boats we were getting for the price we paid. So that's kind of how the boat came to be. It's a 50-meter sailing yacht. It's one of the largest in Indonesia. It has six cabins. We can welcome up to 12 guests on board. So it's a very good size for a family, a group of friends. The average group size is around 5 to 7 people in general. It's rare for us to have the boat completely occupied, but it's also because our guests tend to want to have that space for themselves. And in terms of average length of stay, it's around 7 nights. So this will give you a good idea of where we sail. So mostly we sail between Labuan Bajo, so Komodo National Park, and Sorong, which is Raja Ampat National Park. We will be in Labuan Bajo from late May to late September. And in Sorong, we'll be there from November until early May, because these are the best seasons for the two areas, to avoid high winds, high seas, avoid rain as much as possible as well. We don't really go to Bali because there is nothing interesting to see from a boat in Bali. And the seas are much better and much more interesting in either Komodo or Raja Ampat. Both destinations, be it Labuan Bajo or Sorong, are accessible with direct flights either from Jakarta or from Bali, so it's fairly easy for the guests to access. In terms of design, so most boats in Indonesia are pretty tribal, so we decided to go a different route. We stayed very true to the Indonesian roots, so we try to merge the best of Indonesia, which is the craftsmanship, the artisan work. So if you look at the ceramics in the bathroom, these are handmade in Ubud. All the woodwork is Indonesian, but then for the fabric, that's not something they do very well. So, for example, this or that, that's imported fabrics. This is actually from Hermes. The light fixtures, the switches, all this is imported because we wanted to have the best quality. Because that's the main problem we had with boats we rented in the past, is that we would pay a pretty large sum of money, and then we would get some cheap plastic switches that you find in a normal construction shop around the corner in Bali. And we believe that our clients are well traveled, they have a nice home, they know quality, and having these things is not acceptable for them. So that's why we try to basically elevate the quality level of the boats in Indonesia. This is the owner suite. It's our largest suite on board. It's around 50 square meter total, which is a good amount of space. It comes with a private terrace. Then we have the master cabin on the main deck. These two cabins are on the upper decks of the boat, so they have great views on the outside, on the sea. They're very bright, airy, which is really something that mattered to us. And we have 4 staterooms on the lower deck. But again, we made sure that they have very high ceilings, so it's very comfortable, very bright. That's one problem with boats in Indonesia in general as well. It's the ceilings are really low, so it feels like a cave and not really like a nice room where you want to spend some time. This is the living room. A great way to talk about what a trip on board Vela means is to show you a little bit about the activities and everything that is included. So the rate in 2024 is $15,000 plus tax per night, with a minimum of 4 nights in Labuan Bajo and 6 nights in Sorong. We increased the rate to $16,000 in 2025, sorry, plus 12% tax. This rate includes everything except for alcohol and dive lessons for divers that are not certified. But all the rest is included. So all the food, everything is tailor-made to the guests. So depending on what they like, their allergies, their religion, we adapt. All the activities, so if they want to do yoga, they can do that. If they want to dive, if they're certified, that's included as much as they want. Snorkeling, of course. Then we do some land exploration, excursions, so they can go see the Komodo dragons, for example. We have 2 jet skis on board that they can use as much as they want. A few boats in Indonesia have jet skis and charge their guests for the use of the jet skis. We don't do that. We also have sea bobs. We're the only boat in Indonesia having sea bob. We have some stand-up paddles, kayaks, for the guests to just go explore small beaches that are completely deserted. So it's really a great experience for the guests. We also include 4 hours of massages per day for the whole group, but honestly, guests rarely use all the hours just because they're busy outside, enjoying themselves. And then we do some beach setups. So this was for sunset. And we also do some beach setups at night. So really, we find an empty island somewhere in the middle of nowhere, clean it up, set it up for the guests, and they can just spend a great family time over there. In general, in my opinion, holidays on a boat are really kind of the best family holidays because you really get to be together. No one is going everywhere. You're all as a group in one place, which is really special. So destinations, as I mentioned, we have Raja Ampat. Then we have Komodo. Then we have other destinations. These are more for clients that have been to Indonesia before. They want to see something new. That would be great for them. So either the Spice Islands or Alo Armamere. But again, that's for travelers that have been on boats in Indonesia before. And we have 18 crew members on board to take care of the guests. So they're very well taken care of, and we make sure that they have a great time on board. So yeah, that's everything for me. Yeah, thank you so much. All right. If you have no questions, um, I'll let you enjoy your day. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.